Welcome to the Abolitionist Round Table with your hosts Del, Phil, and Janice. Come on in and take a seat. You're invited to join the round table. Call 734-822-1600 to get into the conversation. And now, your hosts, Del Marsh, Phil Stargell, and Janice Daniels.
Good morning and welcome to the Abolitionist Round Table of Michigan, heard every Saturday morning on Wham Talk 1600 from 7 a.m. till 8 a.m. in the morning. It is November 14th, the second Saturday of the month, and so I, Janice Daniels, your humble friend and servant of God, is sitting in the big chair this morning. We have a round table here with two of my great friends, Phil Stargell, Del Marsh. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Janice.
Good morning. Well,
I'm excited that you're hosting today.
Well, thank you very much. I always enjoy the opportunity, and I again want to thank both of you for giving me this great opportunity to join your roundtable. I want to begin the program with our heartfelt condolences and sympathy for the people of the country of France. That was just a horrific tragedy that the world is now facing. Del, what do you think?
Well, I want to just say, Janice, feel that we know that when there's a void, when there's a leadership void in the world, and when America is not leading that leadership void of strength, we can see that a JV team. They are a JV. We play professional football or basketball, but we're the professionals. But we let a JV start to intimidate the world, and so our hearts go out to Paris and to the French people. But we have to get back and take our position of strength. This is how we have peace.
In fact, your comment about the JV team was a comment made by our president, Barack Hussein Obama. And just yesterday, he said that we have universal values that we share. No, President Obama, you and I don't have values that we share. I don't believe in the destruction of America. I don't believe in the destruction of our Constitution. I don't believe in American weakness. And I believe in the preservation of Christian values.
Yes. Yeah, this is a country that was built on our Judeo-Christian ethics and strength, and we see that it has brought us to the height of no country on the planet, and so we need to get back to the basics that made this country great. And in reference, get back to our Constitution.
Yeah,
that's
there
what
you have it.
Us.
This has been a very busy week, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, we want to give our thanks to our veterans. This past week was Veterans Day. Phil, you're a veteran.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have my Army hat on this morning.
Yeah, I like it.
I've been wearing it pretty much all week.
Okay.
But there were numerous gifts that were available. I didn't take advantage of them, but there were pancake breakfasts and all kind of things. And, you know, people are talking about our great veterans. But the one thing that I would like is maybe some notable veteran I'd have asked, what the heck are we doing? Whose side are we on here? I mean, ISIS is being, we're bringing them into our country.
Right.
And inviting this type of a situation that was, you know, in France over the weekend.
Well, that's absolutely true, and I think that this should be a wake-up call to America. We need an immediate halt on immigration. In fact, there ought to be an immediate halt of migration throughout the world, because America is not the only country that is under siege, as we see.
And one thing we know, we have made, we've had some of our senators calling for, and some of our governors are calling for a certain amount of people coming out of Syria and everything, unvetted, nobody's examined their past, their history, but we do know one thing: 99% of them are Muslim.
Exactly, and in fact, as you say, Governor Snyder and Mayor Duggan.
Yes.
are saying that Detroit can be revitalized with the people with their new skills and resources. Yet, tell me about their new skills and resources. I'm just absolutely disappointed 100% with our Governor Snyder, and I want to talk about a bill that's wending its way through the House Congress these days that is going to impact our lives in a major way. And of course, it's supported by Governor Snyder. That's House Bill 4298. It's the energy policy bill. We'll get into that later. In fact, we're going to get into a couple of different issues this morning. I want to talk about the law itself. I think that there's a lot of historical information that I'd love to be able to have to share with the audience. Of course, we need about 3 hours, guys. I think we need 3 hours for our show. But being as we only have 1 hour, we're going to have to make this really quick. We're also going to be joined in the second half of the program with a man named John Jimenez, who is the Macomb County Chair for the Ben Carson for President campaign. And I want to give him an opportunity to give some insight into the grassroots efforts that are being developed throughout Macomb County. And in fact, I guess there's different counties that have different organizations. Oakland County, I'm hoping Livingston County, and I'm hoping that Mr. Jimenez will share with us some of the information that's going on with the Dr. Ben Carson for President. And we had the presidential debate. We want to talk about that. So we certainly would encourage our audience to call us this morning. You can join the conversation by dialing 734-822-1600. That's 734-822-1600. Again, I want to look at the law in general. We have public servants at all levels of our constitutionally limited self-government who believe that they have been sent to their high places to write and vote in favor of endless, mindless, confusing, crushing new laws that then set swarms of bureaucrats to work writing reams of regulations and amendments and rules and sections and violations and penalties that is absolutely destroying our American economy. And we, the people, have to put a stop to it because, as we agreed last week, we, the people, are the government. We are the rulers of this government, and our public servants need to understand that they are working for us. In fact, the law, it was said by Frederick Bastiat back in the mid-19th century that the law is designed to preserve justice. And the law has been perverted. It actually now is doing the opposite thing of what it is supposed to do. It is destroying justice. Now, back in...
destroying justice, but it is... selective justice.
Absolutely.
And that's what has never been the hallmark of this country, is to place one group or one set of people over another. And we have got people telling us that things are not equal and they're not getting equal treatment because of stuff that is been that way for ever since the world was formed. I mean, men and women are never going to be equal. Right. So
we're all equal in the eyes of God.
Yeah.
But we obviously have differentiation, and viva la différence, I always say.
Yeah.
But Bastiat said that collective force is given to legislators to protect the individual rights that our own individual force cannot protect. And he said, for who would dare say that force has been given to us not to defend our rights, but to annihilate the equal rights of our brethren? That's absolutely in keeping with what you're saying.
Yep.
Some people are more equal than others, as the Animal Farm.
Yeah. Well, it's in matters of a gift. Your gift is different than my gift. Phil's gift is different, and then so we all have different gifts. Even though you and I are different too. My wife is not going to go out and cut the grass. Now she's able to cut the grass,
right?
But that's my position, and I have a different gift. So it's not that one person is better than the other. It'll never be equal because everybody has a different level of gift. But everybody needs to stay in their lane.
What makes it equal and unequal is the degree of how the government steps in and puts their thumb on the scale of justice.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes in. And we see this point after point after point with these progressives. They have changed the culture so much that we have no idea what is equal and what is not equal. And we probably should strike that word from the dictionary from now on. Because, I mean, it has no real meaning.
Yeah, they've perverted the meaning as much as they've perverted the law. We have our first caller this morning. It is Bob from Warren, and he wants to talk about the Paris attack. Good morning, Bob.
Morning, Janice. I'm of French-American ancestry, and so it hits me particularly hard when they're doing a terrorist attack on Paris. But it does remind me that I'm grateful that I supported the people who ran against Barack Obama because of his policies and his stance pro-Muslim, that it has encouraged this kind of behavior worldwide, and there's plenty of blood on hands of people who did not support McCain and Mitt Romney. The other thing is that I was listening to your opening, Janice, and I think what you should do is you should start saying what you really think instead of beating around the bush,
Well, I know. I've been told that before. I need to really kind of let people know what I really think. Yeah. I agree. I agree with you. Bob.
I'd like to say that we don't want to try to put a little bit of the blame on people that have no direct knowledge or no direct participation in this. So the reason why I'm saying that is because after the Charlie Hebdo attack in France, you notice that there was a sense of that they got what they deserved for putting this type of paper out, putting this type of a graphic, not graphic, but satirical content in there against the prophet. Yeah. And that was what happened. Mm-hmm. And so what happened is, I don't think that the people of France really took it serious as to what was going on, because it looked as though they were saying, "Well, you stuck your finger in their eye, and you should expect to get retaliation for it."